Okada Toshio's Manga and Anime Night Talk. Tonight is Mobile Suit Gundam Lecture Session. In this fourth session, we finally begin a very detailed breakdown of Episode 1, Gundam Rising, originally titled Mobile Suit. The main draw, to start with, is how the episode is directed. Episode 1 is gripping despite complex relationships, yet Tomino storyboarded it mostly as one-on-one interactions, so even kids could follow. The Zeon soldiers who descend in mobile suits talk almost entirely one-to-one. Inside Side 7 it is Amuro and Fra Bow. When Fra goes out, it is Fra and Hayato only. Later, too, Paulo Cassius and Tem Ray, Amuro's father, for example, nearly every exchange is one-to-one, simplifying a complicated story. And for this lecture, I frame Episode 1 as a kind of historical what-if. We treat Mobile Suit Gundam as a story, yes, but as a whole, even Major Char Aznable himself had not planned to launch missiles or use force against Side 7 at that point. He intended only reconnaissance. They were short on supplies. Scout, then report to Lieutenant General Dozal Zabi. That was his mission. But suddenly, war. So I ask, if that trouble had not happened, what then? That is the historical if I discuss. It should have gone this way, but it slipped. Episode 1 shows us a turning point in history. We will also unpack Char's famous last line. I don't want to admit it. Mistakes made out of youthful indiscretion. What does that odd line mean? Today runs about 40 minutes total. Free viewers get about 20 minutes, up to Major Char's entrance. There's also about a minute of my live commentary. Please watch to that point. Paid and premium viewers. The latter half follows, then I return at the end, so stay tuned. Now, Okada Toshio's Gundam Lecture, Session 4. Enjoy! Episode 1, original title, Mobile Suit. In the opening narration visuals, many identical green robots attack. Those are the mobile suits called Zaku. We know that now, but back then viewers found it odd to see many of the same robot. Since Mazinger Z, each week brought a new robot with unique monster-like powers, yet this green Zaku just carries a machine gun-like weapon. If it only has a machine gun, it is not a super weapon. It has one mono-eye, yet no laser shoots from it. You think, so what is this anime trying to do? Then the cold open ends, and the title Gundam Rising appears. Next we open on 3 green mobile suits sneaking into a space colony, with only breathing sounds in the vacuum. When they sneak in, I notice the shot of a Zaku standing on the colony, opening a hatch. One Zaku grips a dial-like handle. Its wrist twists and the hatch open. That, I think, reflects the animator's lack of research. Tomino clearly wanted the hatch opening shot from 2001. In 2001, there is a handle identical to Gundam's. The wrist alone spins like a drill, and a sliding door opens slowly. The storyboards even place the same sliding door and the same rotary switch deliberately. But the staff seem to think, just twist it. So in the episode the knob turns, like microwaving for 15 seconds, and the door whirs open. A colony would not have a convenient, powered, outside opening hatch that lets mobile suits sneak in. There are no mobile suits there. It should be an emergency hatch for industrial machines to force open from outside, grab with a rotating arm and spin to release. Tomino likely wanted the exact 2001 shot. Maybe time ran out, or the team did not get it, or he yelled and they said impossible. Who knows? So we got the microwave for 15 seconds twist and an automatic. Check it when you rewatch. Given the allotted seconds, you need that inhuman shot of the Zaku's wrist spinning to sell the door opening. In my head, I still fill it in as the wrist rotates. I doubt the origin would animate that either. Laughs. Someone, please understand Tomino's intent. All three mobile suits here are painted green. That is unusual. Earlier enemy robots, from Mazinger Z onward, were flashy. They used warning colors, like predators or deep-sea fish signaling danger. Fierce creatures tend to show bold colors. Also for kids, coloring books, bright, wild palettes were standard robot design. Watch Yatterman and you will see. Hero Mecha use limited tricolor, red, white, yellow, blue, while enemy machines mix greens and purples into outrageous schemes. Yet the Zaku is solid green. 3 uniformly painted units appear, implying a concept then unheard of: mass production, mass deployment. Oh, they plan to reuse the same robot. As a college student watching, I was shocked. From episode 1, it is clear they will not trot out a new enemy robot each week. You sense more identical units off-screen, because behind them stand a nation and a military. As for the drama, episode 1 is crafted with great caution. Rule 1. Do not put more than 3 people in frame, and even then, keep talk strictly one-on-one. Because this episode must define Amuro Ray, introduce mobile suits, and unveil the Gundam, while using relationships to explain the situation. By relationships explain the situation, I mean this. Gundam's setting is complex. Normally you would need narration every 5 or 10 minutes. But that would bore kids. The pre-title prologue can narrate exposition. It is before the story. That same narration runs through episodes 1 to 8. Inside the episode, only in emergencies should dialogue dump background. So Tomino shows status and relationships in one-on-one scenes, letting viewers infer rank, roles, and tangled backstories. For example, the first characters, Sergeant Denim and Jean of Zeon, talk. Their exchange wastes no words. Zeon lines are lean. Federation lines include squabbling and misunderstandings. That structure says, Zeon trained for war and runs efficiently. The Federation grew complacent and is caught off guard. Many later favored Zeon for various reasons, but I think this first display of efficient, functional dialogue captivated fans. The three infiltrators are Denim, Jean, and Slender, names riffing on jeans. Tomino loves name games like this. You say denim for jeans. Jean sounds like jean. Slender hints at slim jeans. Later, a Stitch shows up too. He mixes playful names with gritty realism. From Denim and Jean's patrol talk, we read their clear hierarchy. Old robot shows would do rivals vying for glory, or simple commander-subordinate orders. Here, roles are distinct even in brief lines. One scouts, the other relays findings to command. Jean says, "No people. Wait, a kid?" We see Fraubo run into Amoro's house from his POV. Next cut, instantly inside Amoro's house. No flashbacks or filler, just moment to moment. Fraubo keeps moving as she enters. "Amuro, did you eat? What are you doing? Enough! We have to evacuate." She flips a bag, dumps junk, dusts it, and starts packing. She knows exactly what is in Amuro's drawers. Amuro, meanwhile, yawns, peeks at a sandwich, and hardly budges. Showing their motions contrasts their temperaments and history, their relationship. Once we get that, Fra and Amuro drive out and meet the neighbor boy Hayato. Fra snaps at Hayato. Even here, it stays one-on-one. Amuro does not enter their Fra. "Hayato, you have to warn the neighbors to evacuate." Hayato grumbles. "A guy like Amuro's father came. We have to evacuate now." We grasp a subtler divide among space colonists, people pushed off Earth. Temray may be privileged, yet disliked by locals. All through one-on-one scenes, foreshadowing why Amuro does not fit in. Every exchange explains personal bonds, and the social ties behind them. For Amuro and Fra, she seems to like him. He is not that into her. Socially, Char Aznable and his aide Dren invert the usual ages, a 20-something superior, with a seasoned 30-something subordinate. Gundam depicts this web of personal and social ties through paired dialogue. After Frau and Hayato, we cut to the white base. It is a new warship entering Side 7, the setting of Episode 1. Why is White Base here? Side 7 has been secretly conducting a prohibited project. Think a banned nuclear test. They violated treaties to develop Federation mobile suits in secret. Now, with development at a stage, the dedicated carrier arrives to deploy them. If nothing had happened, Gundam would be loaded aboard. Temre, and likely Amuro, would return to Earth, and the Federation would mass-produce units to fight Zeon. But the ace, Major Char Aznable of Zeon, spotted it, and everything collapsed. That is Episode 1 in a nutshell. Keep that big picture in mind, otherwise you will miss what happened, and the what-if of history. Inside White Base, Temre talks with Bright Noah, who will later command the ship, again, one-on-one. Tem asks, "How old are you?" Bright answers, 17, sir. "6 months training, 3 months in space. He is eager to fight Z." He insists, "I am not a boy, I am an officer. See the uniform?" He wants respect as a soon-to-be warrant or second lieutenant. Tem, hearing only the age, glances at a photo of his 14-year-old son, Amuro. Bright's, "Is he a child?" shows his mindset. Amuro is a kid. I am an adult soldier. To Tem, 17 and 13 are the same. Kids should not be at war. If Gundam works, that ends. And the war might end too. That is their difference. Bright, the eager young warrior, who will later regret it, laughs. And Temre, still clear-headed at this point, cautions him. Their dynamic appears. Bright escorts Tem to the bridge. Captain Paulo Cassius greets him. Another one-on-one. Bright then stays silent, out of the exchange. Paulo and Tem. "In the end, you brought her here. We thought we would shake them, but a Zeon ship tailed us and found the secret base. Still, we docked first. They will not attack. Side 7 is neutral." But for Char, photos proving secret weapons in a neutral colony justify missile strikes. Yes, Jean later goes rogue and fires first, but Char does not care who pulled the trigger. Once he has proof of Federation R&D in a neutral colony, he sees a treaty pretext for Zeon to attack. Hence his urgency to confirm Operation V and the existence of mobile suits. Try rewriting Episode 1 script yourself as you rewatch this stretch. Also, Amazon Prime now streams all of Mobile Suit Gundam. Cut the lines yourself. Ask why each line is needed. You will see how skillful the construction is. Tem speaks casually to Captain Paolo. Paolo answers politely, "It seems so." As a captain, Paolo is a field-grade officer, captain of a large ship. Sources say he is a lieutenant colonel. Tem Ray, by contrast, is only a captain, army. By age and rank, Paolo outranks him, yet here it is reversed. Because Tem is a technical officer. Amuro later asks, "Is technical officer Tem Ray here?" A technical officer is not a career soldier but a scientist or engineer given rank, so others will follow orders. Otherwise, a mere private or sergeant would lack authority. So though Tem is only captain by rank, even Paolo, a lieutenant colonel, must treat him with respect. Again, one-on-one. Then we cut, and at last Major Char Aznable appears. Okay, that is the end of the free section. Hearing comments like, "I see," really makes me happy. During streams I glance at comments but cannot read them all, so I am not sure what gets across. That is why it thrilled me. When I mentioned the wrist spin to open the door, comments said it appears in Turn A and F91. I had forgotten. Tomino got his revenge after all. Thanks for the comments. About White Base, what sets this new Federation battleship apart from earlier spacecraft? Look at the side pods, vertical hangars clearly meant for robots to launch. Seeing that odd hull, Char thought, "Wait, Side 7 is doing it, aren't they?" Laughs. Later, normal Federation warships carry mobile suits to battle with no hangars, so units just stand on deck, like Punk's roof riding at the Battle of Solomon. So the White Base design was truly new in concept. Conversely, it made Operation V easy for Char to spot. About Bright's age. Many commented, "Isn't he 19? I remembered Back in the original run, magazines like Animech listed 17, I think. My memory froze there. Same with Yoshinobu Nishizaki. So I thought he was 17. Is it 19 now? I will check the wiki. Thanks. Audio and video quality are poor through this week. New gear arrives next week. Please hang in there. Premium members can watch cleaner footage on the Okada Toshio archive. This lecture is from 2 years ago. I might even look fatter then. Laughs. Maybe I have been dieting well. Okay, free section ends here. The latter half, another 20 minutes, starts right where Major Char appears. Please enjoy the second half.